Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the elders of GMS of Ruel. Peace and salutations to Lek Akim on the four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity. Peace be unto you. I'm going to make this a series and then a subdivision of this series. This subdivision is about the three heads. This one specifically talking about Julius Caesar. You know, I'll say this. Esau knows Jake history. Jake don't know Jake history, but Jake damn sure don't know Esau history. You know, that's how Jake was conquered. One of the ways how Jake was conquered, you know. Esau, you know, reading this book, learning our history, finding out where we were, where we are, and asking, inquiring about us. They are interested in our history. And this is going to go into a little bit how, basically, look at these little Edomites. This is basically going to go a little bit how Esau loves to inquire about history, our history. But what about us concerning ourselves about their history? Because this Bible contains world history and shit that pertains to the future and what's going on present. This is Judith chapter 5, verse 1. Then it was declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Ashur, that the children of Israel had prepared for war and had shut up the passages of the hill country and had fortified all the tops of the high hills and laid impediments in the champions' courtries, wherewith he was very angry, and called all the princes of Moab and the captains of Ammon and all the governors of the sea coast. And he said unto them, Tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that dwelleth in the hill country, and what are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and strength, and what king is set over them, or captain of their army. So he asked and inquired. He wanted to know the history of these people. Because you know somebody's history, there you can go and, you know, attack them, steal their history, cut them off from their history. You know, he wanted to know who these guys have the nerve to come up against me. You know, I'm big bag Holofernes. Who are these guys? That's what he's inquiring about. How are these people even have the nerve to come up against me? You know, so they're familiar with our history and they want to know, but we don't know nothing about their history. So let's get into some of this white history. You know, Julius Caesar is what it's going to lead up to. This is II Esdras chapter 11 and verse 1. Then I saw a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea. Now we're going to stop with the sea and elaborate what the sea is. This is Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, the waters. Now the waters is, a sea is consisted of waters, right? Back from the top says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples. So the waters are peoples. And a large concentration of water is going to be considered a sea. This is why 2 Esdras 11 and 1 describes the word sea, meaning a large area of Adamites. where there's peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And Rome had just that. You know, you had Egyptians in there, you had Arabs in there, you had Hamites in there, you had Lud, Put, you know, you name it. You had all that. And also, us Adamites, we're made out of, what they say, about like 80%. Some say even not, some or up to like 90% water. So we're also made out of water, as is mentioned in the Apocrypha. So, you know, a large, you know, where there's a huge gathering of people, that's, you know, called a sea, you know. And also waters are different. You got different types of water. You got poisonous water, you know, that, you know, bullshit that you get of us. You got even the water in the oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Ocean. Those waters are different. If you look up from an aerial view, looking down, you'll actually see a distinct line where these oceans separate, because the waters are different. They got different levels of density and they don't mix. So you have these waters are referring to people. Now, heading back over. This is verse 1. Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an area large population, that area large population being the Roman Empire at that time. Reading on, an eagle, not going to go over there, but you can read in Obadiah chapter 1, verses 1 through 4, where Esau is described as being the eagle. He exalts himself as an eagle. And it's true to this day. You look on the back of a dollar bill, Esau has that eagle. You look at the ancient Romans, the eagle, the Greeks, the eagle. You know, you look at some of these state flags here in these provinces of Babylon, eagles all on them. You don't see Hamites exalting themselves as the eagle, and eagles all over their flags. You don't see that with Ammon, Moab, Ishmael. You don't see that with Japheth. Only people that exalt themselves as the eagle is the so-called white man. Okay, reading on verse 1, which had 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. Now we're getting into the juicy part of this whole lesson. Which had 12 feathered wings. Now, the 12 feathered wings are the 12 Caesars. Now, we're going to click on this link and do just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Says, look like it says De Vita Caesarium, Latin. Literature about the life of the Caesars, commonly known as the 12 Caesars, is a set of 12 biographies of Julius Caesar and the first 11 emperors of the Roman Empire, written by Gaius Suetonius Tranquillus. Okay, reading on just a little bit. The work, written in AD 121 during the reign of Emperor Hadrian, was the most popular work of Suetonius, at that time Hadrian's personal secretary, and is the largest among his surviving writings. It was dedicated to a friend, the Praetorian prefect Gaius Septicus Clarus. The 12 Caesars was considered very significant in the antiquity and remains a primary source on Roman history. Primary means, you know, the best, because there's a lot of stuff that happened throughout history. You won't always want to know about the pivotal moments of our history. So we're going to know about the pivotal moments of the Roman history. And you know about these 12 Caesars. The book discusses the significant and critical period of the Principate from the end of the Republic to the reign of Domitian. Comparisons are often made with Tacitus, whose surviving works document a similar period. Now we're going to focus because on this Principate. Now, reading back up here, it says the book discusses, right here, the book discusses the significant and critical period of the Principate. Let's find out what the Principate is. The Principate is a name sometimes given to the first period of the Roman Empire from the beginning of the reign of Augustus in 27 BC to the end of the crisis of the 3rd century in 284 AD, after which it evolved into the so-called Domitian. Okay. Now, it says it begins with Augustus, but if you go back, it begins with, before that Augustus, it was Julius Caesar, before Augustus. So he counts as one of the feathers, one of the 12 feathers, or one of the 12 Caesars that ruled. So this is talking about this time period from 27 BC to 284 AD. This is that significant history. Now we're going to count the feathers. First feather is Julius Caesar. Second feather is Augustus. Third feather is Tiberius. Fourth feather is Caligula. Fourth feather is Claudius. Fifth feather is Nero. Sixth feather is Galba. I didn't actually miscount it. Actually, I believe. Hold on one second. Where are we at? Okay, Julius is 1. Augustus is 2. Tiberius is 3. Caligula is 4. Claudius is 5. Nero is 6. Galba is 7. Okay. 8 is Otho. 9 is Vitellius. 10 is Vespasian. 11 is Titus. 12 is Domitian. Those are your 12 feathers right there. I'm going to continue this lesson. This was just an introduction on the 12 feathers. On that note, I give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders who rule well. Peace and salutations, Shalom.